Hello, everyone, and welcome to Coffee with Chloe in the morning. I still don't have coffee because my tooth is still kind of hurting. I got some amoxicillin for the potential infection, and I got some other like painkillers and such to keep me sane. I'm doing the whole full screen capture again today, testing it out this week. My tooth feels good enough to stream. So we're gonna test this out. So this stream is Monday to Friday, every day. I try and do it every day as much as I can to kind of go through. I mean, the banner here says leveraging Web3 tech for social good. So this stream is just me, usually in the morning with my coffee, showcasing how I do that. So we're showing here the Near wallet, wallet.near.org. You can use this to import an account if you had a seed phrase somewhere, or you can create a new account on the Near blockchain right here. I got a little bit of Near here. It's about 1711, so it came back up over the past day or so. Got some Mikasa tokens, which don't show their value, but Pixel tokens showing their value here. And then we got some ref. Ooh, price unavailable for ref too. I think because on the exchange, there's no ref to stablecoin pair. And so maybe we'll fix that. Or like a ref to W near pair, a really small one. But anyways, we're gonna switch right away into the proposal. So someone's asking us to vote on Araj Creativo's April budget. Excuse me. So let's go to the poll on here. Okay, this is funding. Please consider voting to support funding our work this past March. So it's an April budget to pay for March. Interesting. Okay. A bunch of different projects. There's different proposals that for each of these projects already paid out, it seems like. And then they have the community management work, and for like workshops, $1,500, $5,000. Oops, I'm not logged in on this account, but looks good to me. Let's get the vote in. So here we go. Approve. I wish the Astro UI would set the currently the UI proposes 150 teragas. I wish it would propose a number a bit higher because the last vote does require higher than 150. So, but for now, it seems to be working well. We're going to go back to our DAO's proposals. We're going to scroll down. On behalf of CZG Guild, this is their April budget. Now we can check out this DAO proposal on the Creatives DAO. They want 1,235. You could check out the proposal on the Governance Forum. I think what they're doing 4 Twitter Spaces. That seems reasonable. A joint Zoom workshop for $150, reasonable. Zoom workshop, bounty for flashcards on 1.3 and Near. Funds for Zoom subscription. It seems like they're growing their guild and building things up slowly. That seems perfectly reasonable to me. So stuff like this where, guilds are able to get Zoom subscriptions, guilds are able to build websites, guilds are able to, build out this Web 2 infrastructure that maybe that was hindering them from breaking out into the space and starting their own project, their own company. I think the Web 2 world, you could think about building a website, you could think about building all this stuff, and you could still spend the money on it, but there's no clear pathway to how you get funded afterwards. Where in the Web3 space, hopefully, people can start understanding, okay, well, if I get a Twitter account set up and flashcards and workshops and a website and a DAO, well, the funding part initially is supported by Near Foundation, but then you can start building a community, minting NFTs, getting into DeFi with your community, and finding ways to support your community, have long-lasting support for your community. Okay, so onboarding DAO, I'm part of the onboarding DAO, so I kind of know what they're up to a little bit more. So I'm just going to vote this one through. And boom, we voted. And I can also, so this is on marmaj.near, and then Bianca will probably vote, or Chloe.near will vote to pass the proposals through. There you go. Votes on all of them. Now, excuse me, we have Pixel Dapps. So usually the first team always dies regardless because it's the weakest team I start with. I do the same thing for Crypto Heroes, right? Start with the weakest. So if I'm going to raid, I'll start the raid with the weakest first. And I know that, we're going to win the match, even though the weakest character is up, because we have, like, Chloe.Near, we have Kong LTB.Near with a pretty strong mage weapon. We have, like, Blast Stage with super high armor, and then Fitzwagner.Near with the mage armor and weapon. Definitely keeping us alive. Okay. So here, generally, our second team would be like this, maybe. Right. Win. Victory. Woo. So this is Crypto Heroes. We have a raid party for this. We meet in Discord. And so if you have no clue what's going on here, please DM or come into our Telegram chat. Ask us how to get involved. We have different difficulties. We have hard, medium, easy. Normally we run hard and medium. We haven't been running easy, but that's for newcomers that want to come into the group. There's a new update from Pixel Dapps today, kind of sharing what are they working on for April. They're talking about, they're going to show how many times each player beat the boss in a raid. That's super cool. They're going to have an option to send items directly to players, which is super cool. I'm very excited about that. Small improvements to the marketplace. Always great to have better marketplace improvements. Planning a few NFT giveaway challenges, which is very exciting to me. Being able to, like, not have to spend near, but still earn assets on the chain. And then finally, distributing the Crypto Hero rewards for gobblers. Okay? Ooh, a new pet will be released soon. Maybe that's the Mika pet. And a few more evolutions. So a lot of stuff happening, and obviously for Chain Team Tactics, they're still working on the game in general. So group raids, let's pull out the night, and we'll keep it going. Oh, I need some water. Where'd my water go? There we go. All these pills, starting to keep the pain away, but what's it called? Severely dehydrated with all these pills in me. Okay, so generally, yeah, we check the wallet. We go through the DAO once a day, and we make sure we vote with marmaj.near, just kind of as a management account. We come to Pixel Pets, and we just go through, make sure we're leveling up our characters. Gobbler, as you saw, once the Gobbler item gets released, I am going to stop leveling up my weaker pets. So the idea was to get, if we can get 3 pets at level 100 by the time the Gobbler gets released, then that's my main team. And I might play with 2 teams from now on. So the team that you just saw that can win sometimes, and then the main team. And that's about it. That's pretty much, because now the only problem is I have 1 extra slot, and I can't use any of these pets because they're weak. But I'm excited for the new pet to be released as well. Pet eggs. We don't have any pet eggs. We can't hatch anything. Ooh, leveled up. Great job, Knight. And then, of course, our last raid is going to be with marmaj.near. So the mage, by far my strongest character, one of the strongest characters in the game currently. And when we slow it down, I love seeing, like, so Fitzwagner hits 450. I hit 822. Ooh, Kong GPL hit 1,000 just now, but the difference is so strong. Like, I hit 650, Chloe hit 550, Fitz hit 5 something. Okay, so I hit 1,500 just now on my mage. So, like, I want to see if Kong can hit 1,000, or who else can hit that high. So 523, okay. 1681. I wonder what my highest hit is. Let's see. 1591. I love it. I love it. So this is kind of how I help the raid party. We have a really, really strong mage that hits between like 500s to 1500s. And that helps me heal. So marmaj.near, as you can see, top left hand corner, basically stays at full health the entire time. Same with Fitzwagner, to be fair. Fitzwagner stays at pretty much full health. And then Chloe.Near is close. Honestly, just needs to be a higher level, needs a little more legendary items, like probably needs a legendary necklace or something like that, or whatever. But, and we win! Woohoo! Okay, so, excuse me. That's that. We're starting to get the flow solidified. So as of this week, the flow is somewhat solidified. Yesterday's stream was a bit long because I was still finding out the last little bits. Ooh, ref at 2.1. Ref's doing well recently. So glad that we kind of moved some of our funds into ref to support the Marma J Foundation. So it seems like Near's on its way back up. 17, ST Near at 18. Woo, $1 million of Woo liquidity just got added, which is super cool. Past couple days. And then we have Marma J doing pretty well. Volume, not amazing, but hey, our goal was to be above 5K in daily volume, and we're hovering between 10 and 20 something the past couple of days. I think part of the reason why the token's coming a bit lower is we have quite a bit of PXT liquidity. So if we come here, we can see, oops. Okay, you can see that we have quite a bit of PXT liquidity, but it's by far the least utilized liquidity out of our top pools. So obviously we'd like to see PXT ecosystem being utilized more. We have a new game coming out, lots of updates, and hopefully that will support the ecosystem. We also have quite a bit of ref volume, which is actually doing very well. Our ref liquidity is our most utilized pool. And then our XREF liquidity not utilized very much whatsoever. But I firmly believe that XREF is going to be just like how ST Near is now, where everyone's going to start with W Near pools and then slowly move over to ST Near pools as the ST Near ecosystem evolves. I think XREF will be very similar, where the XREF ecosystem will grow over time. Also, because XREF is earning, and we can show it right here, right? Because XREF is earning about 12 to 13% a year, take the half of that, so around 6 or 7% is what it's earning, because half the tokens in the pool are XREF. So the idea here is that even though the APR of the pool is only like 0.1%, half the tokens in the pool are earning an APR of 12 or 13%, which means it's actually still more valuable than going for this Marma J ref pool. We're getting a lot less volume traded through the pool, but we are still earning, and it's still bringing up the price of Marma J. So hopefully that starts to make a little bit of sense into why we make the decisions we're making for our farming. So first step, obviously, we're just going to claim all the tokens, and they're all going to go to the claimed reward section on the left-hand side. So over the past 24 hours, we've earned about $315 in rewards, and then we're going to take out the tokens that are the highest value. So we have, what is it? Ref, obviously. We have Paras, and let's do PXT. Okay, we can only do 3 at a time, I'm pretty sure. So we're gonna have to do 2 transactions now. So storage deposit for PXT was my first transaction. I just approved. Let's see what comes next. Because I'm using a ledger, I have to manually approve each of these transactions. If you were not using a ledger and just using a hot wallet or your web wallet, you'd still be signing 3 transactions, but your browser would sign them automatically. So there's 4 more token rewards. I did say I was going to start leaving them in here. So maybe we'll start only doing 3 a day. Actually, I can't help myself. Because the gas fees are what, less than a penny? And so arguably it doesn't matter too much if I withdraw. I'm spending less than a penny, and I'm getting $2 worth of rewards out of the pool. So wonderful. Now, to keep things very simple, what my plan was to take the entire amount of ref. Okay, so this large amount, and the idea, actually, first things first, I actually really dislike adding liquidity from my ledger, but what are the pairs that I want to add liquidity for? It would normally be Marma J Skyward, so let's just do it today, because I think today could be a day where I actually go through it all somewhat smoothly. Oh no, okay, and so what I also meant to do was stake yes. Okay, I got it. So we're going to stake our pair. What? What? It's saying I failed to sign, but I'm right here trying to sign. Excuse me. Excuse me. That's rude. What's this function? Yeah. Why are you saying we failed to sign? I'm right here. Rude. Anyways, maybe because I was already doing things with my... Anyways, doesn't matter. And then the other one is because I just deposited to Paras. I just got some Paras and some W near. So the next step would be to add liquidity for... Okay, that's not correct. So... Okay, we don't have enough Marma J. So that's funny. Let's swap a bit out. We have some extra we can swap. Should we just swap Miria? Oh, because it has to use the ledger. Lord help me. See, this is the problem. Can't even swap Miria to Marma J because we're using a ledger. The only things we can swap to Marma J, we could awkwardly swap XREF. Let's do it. Alright, so we're going to swap our XREF to Marma J, mostly for fun. But the idea is, this is the flow. We add the Scoured right away, we deposit the Paras, we get back some Paras, we add the Paras. Okay, so this is fun. We've got a little bit of the flow, and so it's a couple dollars a day, but the idea is it supports the Marma J community, it supports the Paras community. Why not trying to continue to support these communities a little bit at a time each day? So instead of trying to like dump the token to $2 a day, instead of trying to do some other thing, it's like, okay, we're earning $2 a day for free in this token. Let's take $2 of Marma J, and now it's $4 a day. And I hope that people understand the math of compounding interest and the idea that if you do something, compounding interest allows you to do something consistently, like $4 a day, every day, earning 5-10% a year. In a year or two will be quite a bit. And so the idea is, okay, it might only be $2 or $3 a day now, but by the end of the year, it should be, you know, a couple $1,000s. And if we do this for a full year, then it'll be really valuable for not only the Marma J community, but also the Paras community and any other community that we do this for. Next step would be to take the tiny bit of W near that we got from Paras and withdraw it back to near. This is just for gas fees. Because we spend a lot of gas on all these wonderful transactions. Okay. Now, we go to the wallet. And the main token that we have here that needs to go somewhere. Ooh, Nears went down by quite a bit. So at the beginning of this stream, Nears at 1120 or something, 1111, 1711 or 1720. Now we've seen it drop a little bit down to 1680. So quite volatile at the moment. We're gonna leave all these tokens alone, but we are gonna swap or transfer. Sorry. Oops, did not want to click that. Use max. Continue, Chloe.near. And then we'll use Chloe.near to do a variety of things with these tokens. So one of the first things that we do is we add some XREF Marma J liquidity on Chloe.near on a regular basis. So I could show that part as well, just because we're here. So here we are. And we can we can claim from this farm too. But this farm I do other times. It's not really once a day kind of thing. I just do it whenever I have the time or I'm free. Yes. So we already have some Marma J and we already have some ref. So the first thing I would like to do is check, to see how much ref I need to add all the Marma J. 60. So for X ref, I'm gonna take 70 and stake it. Okay. So this is the general flow, and hopefully it's clear and it makes sense. Sorry, I don't need my ledger anymore because I'm on my hot wallet, and so the browser signs these transactions for me. Okay. Now when I go to my liquidity and I go to Marma J, XREF, I can take all my Marma J, all my XREF, get 10 more shares. Okay. And so using my CLI, like I showed last time, generally, generally we're sending 21 shares, okay? So 21.19.019 shares get sent out with the CLI code. And so you can, we did not just do 21 shares. So actually what I should do, if we're going to be making 10 shares a day, I should just change this, right? Take out one of the zeros, and then when I call this function, it should actually only send 2 shares. So now we know we're able to create at least 10 to 20 shares a day, depending on our rewards. We know that we should be able to send at least 2 shares a day to the DAO. That's about 20% of our earnings. So the idea is that at least 10% of our earnings goes back to marmaj xref shares and then gets sent to the DAO. So let's try it. You can see right here we have 25.54 shares. Oh, look at that. Instant. 23 now. Okay? So you could definitely see here how is it showing an average? Anyways, we currently have 23 shares. We sent out 2 a day, and now from this point we're going to try building up our share amount. So tomorrow maybe we'll have like 33 or 35 shares. Then we'll go down to 31 or 30. Then we'll go up to 40 or 50 shares. And so the majority of the shares have already been sent to the DAO, and this is something we're starting new. We used to donate like 80 or 90% of our funds to the foundation, to the DAO, to the community. And the idea now is how do we start, I guess, taking some more funds back for ourselves so that we can set up workshops, so that we can continue spreading love and positivity. Like, for example, we have a crypto.com card. We're hopefully getting a near pay card. So a lot of times when we're selling these rewards, it's really just to sell rewards to go buy gift cards for homeless people so they can go to McDonald's for their morning breakfast instead of having to go to like the soup kitchen, and making them feel like they can go out and have choices with the food they eat, and just communicating and making connections with people in the community and teaching them how through those connections they might be able to onboard to Web3 themselves one day and access these rewards themselves. For now, it might be a gift card, but later on it could be a wallet where they can farm themselves and buy their own gift cards. There's already applications where you can take your near tokens and buy gift cards and buy plane tickets and everything else. So why not allow someone who is maybe from a marginalized community to access this on their own? But the first start is the community having funding, and then myself having funding, and then obviously us being able to use funding for other projects and initiatives. So that is that. We do still have a little bit of ref though, right? So, and then this part hopefully is simple enough, okay? We take the additional, a little bit, 6.19, very cute. We take the ref that we have, we hit max, and we buy, okay? So that is the flow on the daily. I know it's a lot for ref, but we farm all of our rewards. We take our Paras, we move it to Paras to get more Paras and W near. Take the W near, swap it to near for gas. The other rewards we get, most of them stay still, but the extra Paras gets added to Paras marmaj liquidity. The Skyward gets added to Skyward marmaj liquidity. Then we take the ref tokens that are left, all the ref tokens, basically, that are left over, move them over to marmaj.near. We take whatever we need. So this time, for example, we have, 12.36 marmaj. So what's going to happen next time is that when I say, okay, go to our liquidity, go to marmaj xref, I want to do this, it's going to say, hey, you actually need 80 xref. Remember, we had about 150. So that's all right. Next time, tomorrow, when we do this, God's willing, I'll come here, I'll say, okay, put in 90 or put in 85, right? And then we know that I have about 150 total, so the other 65, 70 ref will still be swapped to marmaj. It'll be a bit less, and so it'll always fluctuate with how much xref marmaj liquidity we're adding, how much marmaj we're buying, but the flow and the daily system should be the same. Every day, 5 to 15 marmaj is getting purchased from the market. What's that for? It's so that the next day we could add xref marmaj liquidity, and then at least 2 shares a day goes to the marmaj DAO. Through the code right here. So if you want to see what happened, we can bring this up on the Explorer. So it succeeded. It took 8 Terragas. We attached 300. Deposit value of 1 Yocto, obviously, to send fungible tokens to 1 Yocto deposit value. Pretty simple code here. We're sending it to the DAO. This is the pool. This is the amount. And then the log is right here. We transferred shares this many of them from Chloe.near to the marmaj DAO. So hopefully that kind of explains the entire flow. If you go back to our swap now, you'll see we don't have very many extra tokens. We have some marmaj, we have some xref. So who knows, me, since we're sitting here with marmaj and xref, I'll probably just end up adding this in as well, right? Why not? And then, yes, obviously we're going to be selling some of the marmaj, some of the ref, some of the these tokens back to near, and so that happens mainly at other points in the day from the farm that Chloe.near is on, if that makes sense. So marmaj.near, that was the entire flow. It's all recorded. It's all here for anyone that wants to kind of see what that flow looks like and how we go through it on a relatively daily basis. But Chloe.near also has their own farms. And so the funds earned here, so for example, we know we have 293 shares. If we hit stake for that, we can check the ROI calculator. And we can know that, for example, on a weekly basis, we're earning about 470 USD in value. Majority of it is ref. And so the pixel tokens are getting reinvested back into like PXT, marmaj, and such. The ref tokens here are what are being used to fund love, support, and positivity from a personal standpoint in like my life, for example. So we're gonna have more explanations about that going forward. But honestly, moving forward, I'm probably not gonna show the Chloe.near account. I talked about this in the past. The Chloe.near account is like my personal account, my hot wallet. You can creep on all you want on chain, but it's not really meant for these streams. I did want to show the full flow at least once. But from now on, when I'm going through these streams, we're going to show the wallet. We're going to show whatever's new on the DAO. We're going to play some pixel pets, hopefully get some new pets, hatch some eggs, look at the leaderboard and the market and see what's going on. Then we're going to go to Crypto Heroes, do some group raids. Majority of the time, I don't really buy anything on the market. Sometimes I buy a potion or two to make my mage stronger. The leaderboard is pretty interesting. We have a top 1 mage in the game with marmaj.near. But, it's pretty much all we do. Every Friday, we also generate a new item. It's been epic every Friday so far the past 3 weeks. It used to be rare. I'm glad they upgraded it. It used to be 20 days. Now it's 7 days. And so on Fridays, generally, I stream. I open the Titan. I show what epic item I got. Last week, I got an epic mage helmet that Bianca.near now uses for her mage. I can just show it to you real quick if you want to see Bianca's mage. Oh, it's not here. She has to refresh the screen. So I'll refresh Bianca's page real quick, and if you want, you can see the new helmet that I got her. I was pretty excited, and I'm excited that we'll be able to transfer items soon to make it a bit easier. Inventory, oh, there you go. I'll just put it on. Ooh, fancy, epic mage helmet. Now, ooh, fancy. Anyways, so the idea then is to showcase how ref's doing, TVL constantly climbing, volume coming down a bit. We have some crazy volume recently. April 7th, 54 million. We kind of dropped down then into like how is the entire ecosystem doing on ref and on near native. Where does marmaj fit in the scope of all these tokens? Then we kind of scroll into, okay, for the marmaj specific pools, how are they doing? How is the marmaj ST near pool doing? Pretty low volume, to be fair. Marmaj W near constantly doing well. What's insane to me is that the marmaj ETH pool is doing better than the marmaj W near pool for the first time, which is amazing. So which means ETH and Aurora is probably pushing that. So the marmaj ETH is to support the Aurora and ETH networks. Marmaj W near obviously support near. Marmaj ST near support staking. Marmaj PXT to support the Pixel token ecosystem. Marmaj Ref to support Ref Finance. Marmaj DAI to support stablecoin in the community. Marmaj XREF to support staking there. And a bunch of other smaller tokens and smaller amounts that, oh, this is incorrect. Anyways, some of this is incorrect. That's totally fine. Then we move over to the actual exchange. After going to the stat of the exchange, we go to the actual exchange, claim all the tokens, and a bunch of rewards here, obviously, right? So PXT, marmaj pretty much just stays in the account to be used to add liquidity for Paras and for Skyward, for example. The ref tokens get sent to Chloe.near, and we know what happens there. And that's about it. because then we're just staking Paras, right? We stake what we have. It allows us to claim some rewards. So if I refresh the page, you're already going to see some rewards here that I can claim. There you go, 0.02 Paras and 0.00 near, some small amount of near. But when I earn that, I take the W near, I put it back into near, so I have gas to keep signing transactions, and the Paras, again, goes back into marmaj Paras. Liquidity. So hopefully, you know, this is coffee with Chloe in the morning, and hopefully it makes a little bit of sense what I'm doing. I do this as much as possible Monday to Friday to kind of explain what I do to, you know, leverage Web3 tech. This is all Web3 tech that I'm leveraging to try and support social good. And so we support various social good projects, but this is just the base layer of how we fund the projects that we support. So thanks for being